Okay, dry bag or bear bag. They're often sold in sets of three different sizes, like the ones pictured here. You only technically only need one 5 to 8 liter bag. I bring an 8 liter bag because I want plenty of room to fit food for myself. Um, Even when you pack the stuff at home ahead of the hike that you're going to bring, you're going to still need to leave plenty of room because we're going to give you 3 dehydrated pouch meals that you're going to have to put in there too. So I'll bring an 8 liter bag just to make sure I have plenty of room. Um, some dry bags are kind of that heavy gauge, kind of wax canvas material and everything. You don't need that. Those are heavier. All you really need is that light nylon, waterproof nylon. I think I've bought 2 sets from Walmart in the 3 different sizes and colors, similar to the ones here, and they've worked really well for me. I think the stitching gave way after a few years on those, but um, and you can use the other 2 sizes to pack clothes in or something else in if you buy the 3 pack. Okay, paracord and carabiners. You're going to need, 25 to 50 feet of paracord. Really, 25 feet is fine. Reflective is helpful. We use the paracord to hang your dry bag or your bear bag with all your food in it. So each night you get into camp and after you finish dinner, you'll hang everybody's bear bag from paracord. Um, and if you need to find it at night, having that reflective is helpful. Um, I have a couple of smaller pieces of paracord that I'll use. I'll put it around a tree, tie it off, and I'll hang my pack from it. The carabiner that goes with the paracord that you're going to hang your bear bag on, you want that to be a little heavier gauge, a little bit larger, um, so it can handle some weight. Some of your uh, teammates might want to hang their bear bag from your carabiner because they forgot theirs or something. So just make sure it's a little heftier. And then you're going to want to get several smaller carabiners. These don't need to be heavy gauge. I hang a bunch of these from the outside of my pack to hang things on, whether it's a water bottle or a camping chair or a lamp or something like that. I just kind of put these, you can buy them on in multi-packs on Amazon, but I recommend that as well. Okay, whistle. This is a required item. I've got one similar to the one pictured here. I think it was like $7 or $8 at Walmart. You don't need this one. Anyone will work as long as it works and it's loud. You want a clip on it as well. So like pictured here, so you can clip it to the outside or the strap, the shoulder strap on your pack. So you can pull it up to your mouth and blow into it quickly and easily. This is how we find you if you're lost on the trail. If you lose your hike team, you'll blow 3 times into this loudly, and you'll keep doing that until we find you. So you must have a whistle. All right, first aid kit. Just the basics. You don't need anything big, just a real small, lightweight first aid kit that's got, some Band-Aids in it, some Q-tips, gauze pads, some alcohol pads, nothing extravagant, just a small, lightweight one. Your team medic will have a larger first aid kit that's got a lot more stuff in it, so you don't need to bring a whole lot. Okay, a trowel. This is a required item because this is how you dig your hole to poop in on the trail. So the one on the left is a plastic one from Walmart, I think. And the one on the right is a heavier gauge metal one. You just want to make sure this thing's sturdy enough to get through some compact dirt so you can dig a deep enough hole. And I think the hole is 6 to 8 inches or something like that that you need to dig. But you have to have a trowel with you for that, for your business. So all right, contractor bags or compactor bags. So you probably won't need to go out and buy these. Somebody on the hike usually brings a box of these to one of the meetings for everybody to pick from, but you're going to need to grab a couple of these from somebody. Heavy duty 3 mil thick bags like the ones pictured here. We use these to line the inside of our backpacks with. Now, your backpacks are not completely waterproof, or they're not waterproof really at all. So you'll put one of these large contractor bags on the inside of your backpack, and then you'll stuff everything into that. That way, if it rains on the trail and everything, and you're hiking, the rain doesn't soak through and get everything wet inside your pack. This is what stops it. And if your pack does not come with a cover that's designed for it, you can use a second one of these to cover your pack while you're in camp in case it rains in camp. All right, duct tape. Duct tape's great to have. You can wrap a few, you just need a few feet. You can wrap it around your hiking poles. Um, and if your shoe comes apart or one of your teammates' shoes come apart, you got some duct tape to wrap that up with, or any number of other uses. So having a few feet of duct tape is always a great thing. A lighter, not required. Ask your team leaders about bringing a lighter. Um, as long as you got a couple in the team, two or three, you should be good. But if you are going to bring one, if they tell you to bring one, just make sure it's lightweight, similar to the one pictured here. So it's the wand type that you can light a fire from kind of a distance a little bit. All right, water bottles. You're going to need two 1 liter water bottles. This is required. So um, you want to make sure they're lightweight. The one on the right, the far right, these are heavier. Every time I've brought something like this, it's ended up leaking on me. I don't recommend one of these. So I would go with like a Smart Water, or I get the Core Hydration water bottles with a wider mouth on them. They're nice and lightweight. They seal up. They don't leak, and they're perfect. So you're going to want to get two of those because so you'll have 2 liters and 2 bottles of water, and those fit nicely in the side pockets of your backpack. So 2 1-liter water bottles, and definitely recommend the disposable ones like the two on the left. All right, bowls. Bowls are fine. I consider this an optional item because I use my insulated mug for everything. I use my insulated mug to make my oatmeal, noodles, whatever, and then drink my coffee in. But if you want to bring a bowl to make oatmeal or noodles in, that's perfectly fine. Plastic, lightweight. They got collapsible ones, or a Ziploc or Rubbermaid one like the one shown here is perfectly fine. Utensils. Really, all you need is one long utensil. I've got the spoon in the upper left-hand corner. That's all I bring with me utensil-wise. You want the long ones because with the dehydrated pouch meals that we give you for dinner, you're going to have to scoop deep down in those to get, all the food and remnants and everything of that meal out. If you want to get the spork model, that's perfectly fine as well, but you want it to be about 8 to 9 inches in length and lightweight. Insulated mug. This, in my opinion, is a requirement because I'm a coffee drinker. So I've got one very much like the one on the left. I got it from Walmart for $10, I think. And it's worked well for years. I'll mix up my oatmeal in this in the morning, and then I'll make my coffee and drink that. So I don't bring a bowl, I just have a mug. Okay, Jetboil. So this is how we heat up water to make coffee, to rehydrate our meals, for noodles, whatever you may want. Talk to your team leaders about bringing a Jetboil if you even need to. If you've got a couple, 2 or 3 amongst the team, then you're perfectly fine. You don't need to bring one of these. But if they do tell you, yeah, bring a Jetboil, bring the Jetboil and the fuel to go with it. Maybe a can or two of fuel to go with it. But again, talk to your team leaders, your logistics lead about whether you need to bring one at all. Hand sanitizer. You're going to want either a bottle of hand sanitizer or sanitizer wipes, antibacterial wipes. You're going to be doing and handling a lot of things. You're going to be pooping in the woods and doing all that stuff. Do everybody a favor, bring some sanitizer to sanitize your hand for when you're shaking hands, hugging, and all that stuff. You're not transmitting whatever on your hands. So biodegradable wipes. So this is what you use after pooping in the woods, or maybe for a little wet wipe bath. You'll need to bring enough, just kind of gauge how much you think you'll need to do all your business and take care of all your business, and bring that amount. You may not need a big pack of them. I bring plenty of these because I'll take kind of a bath with wet wipes, but make sure they're biodegradable. This Honest brand or the Dude wipes are fine. But this is what you use after pooping, and then you leave it in the hole. So it's got to be able to biodegrade. Toothbrush, toothpaste, and deodorant. Do everybody a favor, bring these with you. Um, don't forget these. Nobody wants to pray in a group with someone that has horrible BO or stank breath. I'll leave it at that. So just make sure a little travel size toothbrush with a little travel size toothpaste and a travel size deodorant. Okay, emergency blanket. So this is a key item. It's absolutely required. Um, Somebody there at the hike may have a bunch of these that they'll hand out. If they don't, make sure that you get a couple of emergency blankets. These could save your life. So, like I said, weather's unpredictable. It can get really cold up on the mountain. If you fall during a river crossing and it's really cold, you could you could succumb to hypothermia pretty quickly. They're going to wrap an emergency blanket around you right away. Also, if you're in your tent in your sleeping bag at night, sleeping, and it turns out to be a really cold night, you're in a 30-degree bag, this emergency blanket could save you with that, make you comfortable all over again. Just wrap it around you inside your sleeping bag, and it really holds in the warmth. So, got to bring I tell people to bring a couple of these instead of just one, because if one rips, you're kind of out of luck. Advil. I'll get a Ziploc snack bag and put, a handful of Advil in that. Always a great thing to have with you. Okay, here's a list of kind of everything that we went through. I'm not going to go over each item. You can pause the video if you want, read through these, make sure you've got everything covered. And again, always consult your team leaders, your team lead, your logistics guy, your trail boss on everything that you need. You just want to make sure you're not short of anything on the trail. As far as where to buy these items, REI, Half Moon Outfitters, Amazon, Walmart. I kind of went over things that you want to go to REI and Half Moon for, and the things for Amazon and Walmart. And again, we got a big pool of equipment out there for guys who are not hiking. So talk to your logistics lead about borrowing stuff if you need to. All right, that's it. Thanks very much.